Kevin James is a supervising fire marshal in Brooklyn, New York, who converted to Islam as a young man.
America is a racial nation, and either you're black, you're white, you're Italian, you're Jewish, you're this and that. So coming from a mixed background, I felt like kind of in limbo. My father is Native American and African American, and my mother is Jewish. They were very a-religious, I would say, to the point of being atheists or agnostic. I recall as a child, we get a dreidel on Hanukkah, we had a menorah in the house, and we also had a Christmas tree and exchanged presents. So I just never really identified with any religion. But what was always emphasized was discussion and dialogue and seeking for the truth. So I went through a period of trial and error searching, and I stumbled, I guess I almost literally stumbled on Islam. What appealed to me was the universality of the message. Any religion that gives a code of righteous, ethical conduct and respect and gratitude and obedience to one being is Islam. So here is a book, the Holy Quran, that validates other religions, the diversity of mankind, and it puts the onus of salvation on the believer. The Quran teaches you that the saving of one life is as if you saved all of humanity. And that's one of the reasons why I became a firefighter. What more noble calling than that, to save a person's life, to save people, to save their property?
There was another fire in the back. There's been a couple fires here.
Okay, yeah, so show me what you have. From being a firefighter, I became a fire marshal. That's an arson investigator.
How long has this been vacant?
That's another form of prevention, of saving lives.
Well, I guess there's no doubt what caused this.
A firefighter, he'll risk his life to save you, whether you're black, brown, red, Jew, Muslim, Christian, atheist. He's not asking you what your philosophy is or looking at your color. He's looking to get you out of the building.
The owner's from Brooklyn.
That's why many people say that firefighting is a calling, because of that self-sacrifice, the willingness to just put others before yourself. To be a good Muslim, you serve people. And specifically, Prophet Muhammad, he asked the question to people around him: do you love your Creator? Serve your fellow man first.
One of the things that the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ taught us was that it is our duty to try to correct injustices in the world. And if you see something wrong, change it with your hands. If you're not able to, then speak out against it. And if you're not able to do that, then feel bad about it in your heart. But that is the weakest form of faith. Wherever possible, the Muslim should try to take action and not let an injustice go by without calling it what it is and asking for change.
All right, what do we have?
Books prepared for the week.
Dealing with change is part of Jamil Johnson's job. As Chief of Staff for Congressman Gregory Meeks of New York, he manages the congressman's schedule and briefs him on policy issues.
The biggest problem with the bill is that there's the issue of discrimination using federal funds. Because it's not like a private grant.
You're telling me that you recommend a no vote.
I'm recommending a no vote. As we'd said in the beginning, I'm going to give you the technical part and what I think the issue is. You take care of the politics.
Good deal. What else we have?
My goal is not necessarily to simply seek votes or campaign money or to be accepted as a part of the game. As Muslims, we must seek justice. So what I try to do is educate. In many cases, the best thing that you're able to do with that kind of education is decrease prejudice and increase understanding. If I practice my Islam on the job and do that without trying to interfere with anyone else's practices, whether they be religious or otherwise, then I make it easier for the next Muslim that comes on board. especially also if I do a good job, because then some of the prejudice, some misunderstanding goes away.
One of the narrations.
Johnson coordinates the Friday prayer service, or Jummah, on Capitol Hill.
It's grown since we started it. Used to be sometimes 3, 5, 10 of us. Now there can be up to 40, 50 people. We're busting out of the room that we're in. It's kind of a re-energizing, kind of refilling our fuel tank with faith again for the rest of the week.
The image of the messenger gives us an example of somebody who was extremely successful as a head of state. Nevertheless, he never had to compromise his integrity.
One of the most important things for a Muslim is remaining constantly in remembrance of Allah. What we are commanded to do is that we make formal prayer 5 times a day. Because when you live in a society that constantly gives you acceptance and praise because of material things or achievement, we need that constant remembrance of Allah in order to kind of bring us back to the right path.